What is good, guys? We are halfway through the month of January. I can't lie, it's not the greatest month for sneaker releases, but trust me, there's light at the end of the tunnel. There is a lot to look forward to. For some reason, there's recently been a bunch of scandals in the sneaker world, but of course, we'll get into all of that. If you're new here, this is where you get updated with all of these sneaker release dates and rumors, so if you want to stay in the loop, make sure you sub to the channel, chuck me a follow on Instagram. Alright, real quick, let's do the release recap. Literally just one pair of sneakers that we gotta talk about. Yes, January is dry. True Blue Jordan 1s. Who went for them? Because they didn't sell out. They're in fact still sitting. This is the US Nike sneakers app, and as you can see, there's still a decent amount of sizes left. Moral of the story is it's not a great start for Jordan 1s in 2023. If you did go for these things, let me know down in the comments, but like I said, that is it for the release recap. Let's get into the upcoming stuff. And just to wake you up and get your eyes open, take a look at this. Yes, I just hit you with some of the brightest sneakers you have ever seen. This is the upcoming Nike Dunk Low Glow in the Dark. Just when you thought Nike ran out of dunk ideas, I didn't even know a green this bright existed, but apparently it does. These are going to be dropping this year in springtime. No exact month just yet. It's a bit harder to tell from these images whether the upper glows or if it's just the outsole. So take a look at some of these shots with the lights off. Kind of looks like from this image, just the way that that shoe is creasing, there's definitely some kind of coating. Whether it's glow in the dark or not, I'm not entirely sure. All right, like I said, Jordan 1s haven't got off to the best start here in 2023. Well, let me know if this one changes your mind. This is the Jordan 1 reverse laning. Now listen, if those True Blues are not selling out, I cannot see these things selling out either. This is obviously a pair of Jordan 1s that we have spoke about in the past, but we have official images and we also have a release date. On the original, the base colors were blue with the overlays being yellow, and then literally the opposite for the reverse lanies. Now these are going to be dropping on February the 17th, and like I said, if you like this colorway, if you want this one, you shouldn't have any issues getting it. Adidas is dipping back into their bag of what's left of their collaborators, and they pulled out this Beyonce sneaker. This is the Ivy Park Adidas Top 10 2000. It does have some hiking elements, specifically in the laces. It doesn't look like a terrible sneaker. I'm just gonna say that it's personally not my favorite. In terms of release date for this pair, January the 21st. All right, we just got some on-foot images of the Air Jordan 2 Low UNC to Chicago. These are gonna be dropping on March the 8th, and as you can see, it's a UNC to Chicago colorway. Pretty much a solid white Jordan 2 Low with some very small red accents on the front of the sneaker and some UNC on the back. But yeah, just wanted to show you these on-foot images. As far as a Jordan 2, this is definitely one of the cleaner colorways, but nothing to write home about. All right, taking a look at a pair of Air Maxes, which I just saw and thought that they looked really, really cool. This is the Nike Air Max 1 Baltic Blue, and obviously you can see it is completely made out of this corduroy material. I've got to say, this corduroy makes the sneaker just look super cool. Mix that with the fact that the colorway is actually really solid. These are going to be dropping early 2023, no exact month. Yeah, let me know what you think of these down in the comments, but let's keep it moving. Staying on the topic of interesting materials, we've got another pair of dunks. Take a look at this one. This is the Nike SB Dunk Low Noise Aqua. This is completely covered in this very hairy nappy suede, which I actually think gives it a pretty solid look. Not a big fan of how the outsole and the midsole are both the same color. I never really like that on dunks. Either way, these are coming later this year, fall 2023, so let's not spend too much time. Let's keep it moving. This next sneaker kind of came out of the blue. The leaks started just popping up very, very recently, and we have some on-foot looks. So let's take a look at them, because I think this one's going to turn out to be one of the more hyped sneakers this year. This is the Born and Raised Nike SB Dunk Low. We've got the embroidery on the toe box, this crazy holographic style Nike swoosh. All of the eye stays over at the top are all different starred effect. I think this pair of sneakers has a lot of different hidden elements, which makes them so interesting. Underneath, the outsole slightly semi-translucent. This is definitely, I think, my most anticipated dunk for this year so far. This thing looks incredible. I love the details. There's a lot different on this pair of sneakers from a regular dunk. In terms of release date, we don't have one just yet. Like I said, the leaks and rumors of this pair of sneakers just popped up. As soon as we get any more updates, I will let you guys know. Quick update on a pair of sneakers that we spoke about last week. This is the Bricks and Wood New Balance 9060, and it's actually dropping this month, so I wanted to give you a heads up so you know when the release date is. So they've got a Paris pop-up on the 19th of January. The very next day, on the 20th of January, Bricks and Wood's US is having a release on their website, and then finally the global release, which I assume is going to be the New Balance website, a bunch of different raffles. That's happening on January the 30th. All right, we've got another update on this pair of sneakers. This is, of course, the Sachs Nike Craft GPS GPS sneaker, and this colorway is one that we've seen leaked and rumored for the longest. In fact, Just Nice Kicks has this listed for October the 1st release date last year. However, I can say that the new release date for this brown pair of GPS sneakers is February the 5th. Definitely not my favorite colorway, but it is on a sneaker that has recently really surprised me. I just got this model in, and it's definitely better than I originally thought it was. Alright, some Jordan 4 news now. We've got a pretty massive story, but first let me show you this sneaker right here. This is of course the Seafoam or the Oil Green Jordan 4. We do have some new images along with a release date. It's going to be dropping on February the 9th, and here you go. It's looking like pretty standard for a pair of Jordan 4s, pretty much the same color blocking as a lot of different colorways. Although this is a very clean pair of 4s, don't get me wrong, it's definitely not the most exciting pair, at least in my opinion. Now, let me know what you think of this pair, but let's keep it moving because one of the bigger ones that I was a little bit more interested in was this one right here. This is finally the first images that we have of the upcoming Jordan 4 Thunder. We've been hearing over and over again all the way back last year that the Thunder 4s were coming back. However, we didn't have any images of the actual pair that's dropping, the 2023 pair. Now we finally do, and as you can see, it is pretty much true to the original. Look at these images here. Obviously, last year we got the, was it the Lightnings and the Red Thunders both last year? At least I know that the Thunders or the Red Thunders were last year. I can't remember if the Lightnings were or not. The way it follows that same theme, you've got an all-over suede black upper with these very bright yellow accents. It's a solid pair of 4s, man, and I'm excited for this one. Now, along with these images, we also got a release date, which is May the 13th. And when Nike started on their tirade of putting out a billion different dunks, it was great for a year. And then it kind of got to the point with Nikes and dunks where it was just like, damn, Nike is just running out of ideas. They're just throwing anything on these dunks. I think this next sneaker is a perfect example of that. This one is absolutely wild. Take a look at this. I don't even know what you would call this pair. Now, there's a lot to dissect in this image because from afar it may just look like a regular plain old dunk, but you start looking at this weird Nike swoosh. Like if you put a piece of paper in front of someone and told them to draw the Nike swoosh, this is how they would do it. And then you've got this weird like rubber bar that moves around the toe box, which just looks really strange. Then back here it kind of looks like a convertible, like, you know, one of those old convertibles where you have to like manually put down the roof and then it's kind of bunched up at the back of the car. That's what this looks like. I mean, maybe it's just this picture that's making this look so weird, but this is the only image we have so far, and I'm sure we're gonna get more in the future, and I will keep you up to date. The way it's speculated that this pair is gonna be dropping fall 2023. A pair of dunks that I think is the opposite of the last one. These things are definitely going to fly off shelves when they do drop. Take a look at this. This is the Sail and Brown Nike Dunk Low. I think we've seen a lot of kind of earthy toned pairs of dunks in the past, but I don't know if we've seen something quite like this. Like, this is traditional dunk with the leather, the traditional color blocking. It's just super nice brown tones. Now, this pair of dunks is going to be dropping this summer, and I think it kind of falls into the same category as like the Pandas, where it's just a super clean, wearable pair of dunks, so I could definitely see this one being popular. Alright, let me see if you guys remember this pair of sneakers, because it's a pair of shoes that popped up last year, so you're gonna have to go back into your archives in the brain and recall some of the leaks that we got back in 2022. Take a look at this one here. Remember this one? So this is the exact same image that we saw last year. It's this pretty different looking pair of Jordan 2s. You've got quite a few different changes in terms of the material. Got a suede looking midsole. Now, they were supposed to drop last year, or at least they were leaked and rumored to drop last year. And they kind of popped up, disappeared. Well, it turns out they're actually going to be dropping this month in January on the 28th. And here's another image of this one in hand. I gotta say, it's clean. I'm liking this as far as a Jordan 2 goes. Again, I think this is a pretty solid one. Next up, we got the return of a classic. Take a look at this here. Nike Air Max 186 Sport Red with big bubbles arriving for Air Max Day 2023. So Air Max Day usually falls on March the 26th. So that's when this pair of sneakers would launch. And I believe this is a screenshot off of the Nike sneakers app anyway. For anybody who remembers this pair of sneakers and wanted a retro, I'm sure Nike Air Max Day is going to be pretty solid. I don't think there's any other colorways that are part of this, but this one should be dropping March the 26th. A little while ago, I tried to find the most comfortable sneaker, and spoiler alert, the most comfortable sneaker in my opinion was the Nike ZoomX Invincible Run 2. Nike has just revealed the third installation of this sneaker, so a lot of people are going to be anticipating it because I think a lot of people found that sneaker incredibly comfortable. comfortable. As you can see, it's just this massive wedge of foam down here. Obviously, it's going to be Zoom X following off of the last 2 generations. I think these things are going to be genuinely pretty comfortable. I think any of the flaws from the past one, you would hope that they kind of perfect with this one. Apparently, these are going to be dropping in early February, and I assume all of these colors, so you don't have to wait too long. And next up, we just got a very small one, but it definitely gets the brain going as what could be possible in the future. But an Instagram post where Drake said that he wants to run the Jordan deal back. Essentially, he put here in the caption, "Run back my Jordan deal," and then tagged Jumpman23. Obviously, Drake and Jordan haven't done anything together in a while. He has recently started his Nocta brand where he's dropped, I think, 2 main sneakers now. But Drake going back to Jordan brand could be pretty cool. Again, I think Drake has had a lot of opportunities with a lot of different sneakers, whether it is the Nikes or the Jordans, and I don't think anything has been that amazing. Either way, there's been no more information, but it seems like Drake is keen at least, so if Jordan brand wants to make a little extra cash, maybe they will actually jump on this. This is where we need to get into some of the scandals, some of the scams, and some of the just pretty crazy news. Well, this one is a completely unexpected piece of news that we just got. So Kanye West, who's been kind of off the radar for a while, well, he's popped up recently with a new ring. He's married. Isn't that kind of like the last thing you would have expected? Her name is Bianca Sensori. Bianca is actually an employee of Yeezy brand. She is actually the head of architecture. I'm not entirely sure what the head of architecture does at Yeezy brand, but that's pretty much what we know, and apparently she's worked at Yeezy for years now, ever since 2020. He's been on his honeymoon for a while now, so I assume that's where he's been. I think it's important to mention that in this, they haven't technically filed the paperwork, so it's not official, but they did do the ceremony and all of that. So I just thought that this was so random and so just out of the blue, I had to bring it over here and let you guys know. But yeah, just wanted to briefly talk about this topic, but let's keep it moving. Take a look at this. Mystery boxes are back in sneakers and as scummy as before. Essentially at Sneakercon, obviously there's a bunch of resellers, these reseller tables, and oftentimes they'll come up with some interesting ideas to engage at these events. There's one resale store at the event called Royal One came up with a mystery box game that they would play with, I guess, people who were at Sneakercon. Had the option to purchase one of these boxes without knowing what's inside for $300. And if you take a look at Sneakercon's code of conduct, they say no gambling. Sneakercon has a zero tolerance policy for gambling of any kind. So I don't know necessarily how they skirt around that, and because of some of the details of what they've been doing, it's definitely something that Sneakercon is looking into. Really what makes this so viral is there's been so many clips of essentially people purchasing this box to receive a pair of sneakers that is not worth $300 whatsoever. Take a look at this guy who got the Nike Dunk High camos. And the really interesting part is when they zoomed into the price tag underneath on the bottom of the sneaker, it says $300. Which obviously people, when they saw that video, they saw that the sticker said $300 and they knew that that's not a $300 sneaker. And if you take a look at it on StockX, you can see it's reselling for like £80 was the last sale. I think that's where a lot of people had a problem with this mystery box. It's not just that you're taking an L and you're getting a low value sneaker, but it's that they literally put a price tag on the sneaker that is way higher than it actually is. People have been saying that they're taking advantage of newbies to the sneaker game where they unbox it and they see this sneaker, they look at the price tag and they're like, damn, a $300 sneaker, I broke even on this box, when in reality, if they did go and try and sell it, they would not be getting anywhere near $300. Either way, we'd love to know your guys' thoughts on this down in the comment section. Do you think this is okay? It's just a regular mystery box, or do you think that they are doing something seriously wrong? We're moving on to another scandal, not a scam, just a complete ripoff. And we just got news that an End clothing warehouse worker stole over £100,000 worth of product in just 6 weeks. This is the picture of the guy here. His name is Waqas Hussein, and he lived in Washington, England. This kind of happened, I believe, around, or it spanned the time around COVID. They came across, I believe, a package that was returned to them with no delivery note enclosed in the package. It was to this guy's mother's address. They did some more investigating and they found that there had been 29 deliveries to this same address. They did a review on these orders and they found out that the order numbers were manually inputted. It boiled down the potential suspects to 3 people, Hussein being one of them. They actually caught him in the act handing the order to a delivery driver for that same address. And that package contained 3 pairs of sneakers sneakers worth £700. Police then went to this address and found £105,000 worth of products. And what's pretty crazy is this is the retail value of the product. So the item's worth, not the resale value, because I know that N Clothing does a lot of limited stuff, stuff that I assume he would have access to. Now, he pled guilty, and his reason or his excuse for doing this was apparently because he was feeling isolated at the time during COVID lockdown and there were family health issues. And that excuse, to no one's surprise, didn't get him off the hook. He was sentenced to 12 months, suspended for 2 years with a community order and 200 hours of unpaid work. Just to add to the slew of different people who were trying to steal sneakers from different places, like all of the UPS and FedEx people and the different warehouse workers, well, there's finally one that's here in the UK. Guys, I want to thank you so much for coming through, hanging out for yet again another video. Thank you for liking, commenting, and of course subscribing. I'll catch you guys in the next one, but until then.